Alright, I think we're live. So I'm going to play a 15-15 game. It's been a little while. And basically, for anyone who doesn't know, pretty much just the idea is to just talk about, you know, my thoughts throughout the game and whatnot, and just kind of like a learning process for me and possibly, you know, anyone who's watching. Alright, just had to open the window. So I'm going to go with a Queen's Gambit. So start off with d4. Okay, so we've got the Queen's Gambit declined. Now I know a little bit of theory, but generally I think my idea is just to get the bishop out before closing off this pawn chain here. Yeah. And I'm always happy when the dark squared bishop comes out to b4. I'm always happy just to let them take the knight. Although, you know, you get a double pawn structure. However, then generally I use this as a little bit of a battery, you know, having two pawns there. Use that as a little bit of a battery. Take here, then when they recapture, move it up, and then take again, pretty much. Yeah. So, I mean, maybe that's not the best way to do it, but yeah. Yep. And then there's also ideas, I think, I was watching the Chess Olympiad, a game between Eric Hansen and Vishwanathan Anand, and I'm pretty sure he fianchettoed his bishop, so I guess that means it's at least some kind of mainline theory, but yeah, for me, I think I'm just going to stick with normally, you know, aiming to recapture here, yeah, on c4. But that's always an idea, you know, just to think about. Now, generally, they recapture pretty soon. Or they come in with, you know, knight to e4, which is pretty common, but I'm not really scared of that, you know, just go something like, I think Queen c2 is the move for there. Now I've also got to be careful with drawing on the board, otherwise I'll accidentally move a piece, and then, because I have a habit of doing that, so, yeah. And then pretty much I think my plan here is, obviously, you know, bishop d3, castles, rook e1, and then I've got a decision whether I try and get this trade in, you know, try and force black to either back off with his bishop or trade. I can try and force that, but I'm not going to at the moment. Just finished development. I'm pretty happy with the way this is going so far. Not super sure what this c6 is doing. I mean, I know that this is a really common reply to d4, c4 is, you know, d5 and then c6. But I don't know what this adds in this particular. Like obviously you're just making, yeah, I guess d5's more solid now. It's more defended. Now I'm also going to start. So my next moves are probably going to be like obviously castles, kingside, and then c2, and then from there I'm actually going to start to probably look at how I can keep this center that I've got. You know, I've got a nice pawn duo. But also maybe even expand, so that might, yeah, okay, so there's, yeah, that was expected, I guess. Now that move looks really silly, but anyway, I guess it's not bad. Okay, so I guess they had an aim with that. Now the question is which diagonal I want my bishop on. B4, I mean B3. In these kinds of positions, occasionally with the Queen's Gambit, you can go bishop to D3. You know, when your bishop's kicked, aiming for like a Greek gift kind of sacrifice, or at least like leaving that option open. Now I don't know if I want to. See, they're probably going to want to start opening up lines pretty soon. So once I'm castled though, I'm fine, really. What to do with the bishop? Because of the defense that d5 has on it, I can't see this e6 pawn moving, so I'm going to go bishop to d3. This looks like a much more solid attack. If I can like trade off the knight or kick it, also, you know, bishop d3 aids pushing e4, and then e5, and then I'm going to have a really good attack going, especially aided again by this dark squared bishop. Yeah. So I think I'm doing alright with development. Now also, if you get a push here, if I think we're likely to see this be pushed pretty soon, because I think it's very natural to develop this bishop on the b7 diagonal, and then I was thinking make room for the knight, but yeah, and then uncover it later, and then you might have some kind of tempo, you know, threatening to take and then bust open the king side. So I was almost thinking, oh, yeah, I think I've got to get castled here. The great thing with his knight being here is, you know, the good outposts are really taken off, and then this dark squared bishop is now suddenly a lot more of a valuable piece, I think. Just, you know, with the massive diagonal it has, that's going to really restrict black's development, even if this bishop is kicked as well. It's kind of forcing it recapture otherwise. I mean, where's the bishop going? I guess it can, yeah, drop back to a5 and then go along that diagonal, but I don't know. So we've got a backwards pawn here. Big weakness. I'm not really looking to expand anymore. I was thinking about trying to get in e4, you know, maybe joined on by f4, but with these, you know, this is going to give me, I think, enough counterplay really to, like, this is what I'm going to aim for now, I guess. Just, yeah, so I'm just trying to think of ways to do that. So I think obviously rook to c1 is a great start. I'll also probably expect this d4 pawn to be challenged, just trying to, you know, trade this weak pawn off for my strong d pawn. So maybe I'm wondering if there's anything I can do to strengthen the c5 square. I guess kicking this... Now there's an idea. Kick the bishop. If the bishop takes the knight, then I can really strengthen this d4 point. Yeah. And then this will kind of, I guess, show us which of the files are going to be opened. Also, if this structure happens, then I'm going to open my B. I'm going to go, obviously, B1 with the rook. And then, in some situations, A4, I think, is going to do pretty well because, with my rook here, if this piece remains undefended. So that's pretty much what I'm looking at. Alright, undefended pieces, yeah. Now, what's that aiming for? Okay, so it's obviously aiming for my backwards pawn here. Yeah, now, places, yeah, alright, so that's hitting. Yeah. Okay. Yep, good move. Alright, so he's forking these two, but I think I've got an intermezzo that's gonna suffice, which is yeah, bishop d7. Yeah, I didn't even see this move, which is a real pity. I should have pushed e4 earlier. It had enough support. So this is my intermezzo. And then I guess I could probably come. I can really go. Yeah. We'll just have to see where this fella belongs. I don't have to move him quite yet. I think I can actually... I think I can defend this pawn. Once this is defended, I'm ready to push e4. Then also I have this pawn hanging. I think queen c2 is good here, yeah. And then depending on what happens, I'll bring my bishop back. Let him trade if he wants. That's what the position's telling me to do anyway, I think. Also, there are ideas of placing my bishop back here, looking to recapture with the knight, hitting c6. That's actually what I think is a good move, yeah. Yeah. So if this bishop's challenged, then I think e5 is his home. Just let him get traded off. Because at the moment he's probably a little bit more of a... although I could just drop him all the way back here. I'm a fan of bishops. So I'd like to say the position's pretty equal. This d4 pawn, I think, for me is, you know, just really important to keep this knight out. And he's not going to have much fun developing, you know, not so advanced posts here and here. Now, so are my long-term plans still the same? I think, obviously I need to get my rooks moving, but he's still got a pawn hanging here, which I am happy to use a tempo collecting. I mean, that's going to be a pretty vital pawn, I think. And I've also decided maybe it is best to keep this bishop. Maybe. If he's challenged. And he can be challenged a couple ways. You know, even one of those, like a tricky move, I guess. with a knight, you know, coming out and then discovered attack with the queen. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I think in this situation now, I'm just going to so I think bishop e5, restricting the queen to looking after the knight, otherwise I threaten to bust open with e4 and then takes on f6. I threaten to bust open the enemy king position, and that threat has a little bit of, you know, it's a little bit forcing if he sees it. There's not really, I can't see much else he can do to defend that. Also, this pawn's still hanging. Yeah, his knights aren't having a fun time. I think they're not really hitting all that much, although knight there, oh yeah, no, that would be a terrible move. I can just take him straight out. Yeah, I'm starting to get pretty happy with my position. I've got some threats. I've definitely got counterplay. Still waiting to, you know, hit up these pawns. You know, this fella especially is still weak and can be targeted. How exactly that's going to happen? I just realised. Yeah, e4 is not going to work because then that blocks off my bishop. Foolish. So I guess that just means this is my target now. It's about the only target I can see. I'm just thinking of so I could go here. This pushes this knight back to these two squares. Then I could take, recapture, and then push my e-pawn again, gaining a lot of space, tempo on the queen, but then I'm going to have to pretty much move my knight ASAP. That's what I'm thinking at the moment. Move my knight ASAP so this doesn't come with tempo, and the threat of just ripping apart my king side. Yeah. Look, this actually looks really good. Trying to inconvenience the knights like that. Or do I have... I wonder if I'm just imagining e4 being like begged to be played here, or whether it actually is. Like, am I imagining that? Or is it really, you know, is the position really wanting that? I'm not really sure what that gets me, though. I don't think this has to be played yet, so I've still got this threat, but I mean, does that just, yeah. Is that my only, you know, good option here? Okay. This is the only sure thing I've got to work against, I think. There is a, you know, dark square weakness on the king's side now. Actually, I really should have thought about that. How can I exploit this dark squared weakness? I guess, if he's threatened now, I definitely do want to, you know, bring him back. I would not like to trade, yeah. Yeah. Problem is, this is also a clearance tactic, so or to, you know, just to, actually no, it doesn't really help all that much. Good home for the knight here to vacate 2, looking to trade. And then, without, you know, the knight being a good defender here, my bishop's looking, you know, all the more stronger. Very surprised to see that. I mean, the only thing I can okay, so where can this knight go? Now, is this knight not like super cooked? Yeah, I don't understand that sacrifice. He's not getting anything more. Now, if he goes here, I can just take this out because the bishop's hanging. Here, I can also kick, and then if he recapture, also the bishop's hanging. Yeah, that was definitely not sound. I think he's just going for this rook, I guess. Yeah, okay. It's not very good. I just wonder, do I still want this attack? Should I recapture with the rook? Or, no, I want to keep my king on a dark square. So, now, you know, exerting some pressure. If I can get my rook here on the 7th rank, that's going to be a massive weakness. Only defended by the king. Yeah, I'm gonna say, unless something drastic's happening, I mean, you know, he's technically up in material, but, you know, it's a nice imbalance though. But I think the minor pieces are just going to be a little bit too strong here. Also, I've got ideas of, you know, knight there immediately. Yeah. Then this, you know, weakness with the queen being, you know, able to jump into f6 is just going to be felt immediately. Yeah. the more I look at this, the better it looks. Okay. So obviously he's looking to push here. So I think if I go here, how is this defended? I guess rook. Okay. Okay. Because I'm, gonna start to run a little bit low on time if I'm not careful. Now, I'm super happy to see this knight traded, so this doesn't scare me. And I think if the pawn is pushed, obviously I'm going to take with the rook. No, because then he just moves the bishop. No, I think, yeah, take with bishop here, and then hoping he'll move the rook, and then nice little tactic there. The bishop hitting that nice diagonal, I guess. So maybe this is kind of tactics inducing. His problem is, I mean, he's got the rooks, but none of the files are open. His bishop's not working really. Okay, that's fair. Yep. Now I can just double up on that, can't I guess? Takes. Yeah, okay, so he's uncovering this now, but I'm sure that this works. No, yeah, but okay, so I think if I push, then he takes, then I take, and then he can take, and then I have to move my bishop. No, I think rook here is an even stronger threat with obviously, yeah, so I think this is fine. As long as, yeah. I still feel like I'm not doing a very good job of exploiting the weaknesses or the imbalances in the position, but like I'm not doing a very good job, but I think it's almost good enough. Yeah, so I think he'll trade here, and then, intending for the recapture, and then he takes this pawn with tempo, but I've got an even stronger tempo, because I'll be threading mate, and then I'm ready to pretty much like, I guess start a mating attack, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna have a very hard time. Okay. Wow. Rook takes, pawn takes. knight. If he moves the pawn, it's mate. Yeah, okay. I think we can roll with this. I don't think he's yeah, okay. I think he's intending me to take here and then have you know, some, I guess. Yeah, no. Oh, I can't. Yes. Alright, yeah, so this is how I'm going to hit the pawn. Then if he moves it, it's mate. This is getting pretty tactical, but anyway. Moves. Mate. And I don't really know how he gets out of that because I can pick up this pawn now. And then probably this one. What did he win? Yeah, so he's got a couple of pawns off me, but I just don't feel like they're winning. Yeah, I think he was looking for some tricks on the, you know, back rank with my queen sitting there, but I'm thinking that they're just not quick enough. Although it was a good effort. Or maybe I'm still getting mated here, I don't know. He does have quite the lead in material at the moment, so you never know. Oh, I've left this, yeah, shit. So that's what he must be calculating. Wow, okay. So my first instinct, I guess, is just to or even, is this even stronger? No. Yeah, so I think this. But then I've got a very dangerous pawn. So here, and if takes, yeah, no, I think this is okay. Yeah, okay. Shit. Forgot about that one. Alright, so I'm definitely getting mated here. Yeah. 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 I mean, he could almost just convert. This pawn can be pushed now, I think. It's not a real lot I can do. Wow. Okay. I think if I can get back these couple of pawns, then I actually stand better. Hunt down this fella. And then if he pushes this, I'll just go there anyway. Tempo on the rook. Can recapture there. Yeah, I think I escaped that one. He probably could have definitely, yeah, taken me out there. Yep. Yeah, I think if I can get this pawn and have no tactical, you know, no tactics, yeah, so I think I'll go here anyway. Yeah, if I can get, you know, basically if I can escape the tactics, then, yeah, I'll just... I should win this. 4 against 2, but I've got 2 pieces for the rook. So it'll be interesting though. So yeah, I think he's going to be ready to resign right about now. Yeah, that would have hurt. Such a pity. Yeah, no, that's pretty shit for him. Can I get anything fancy here? What about... Yeah, I think this is alright. I'd be more than happy for a queen trade here. Okay. Yeah, I definitely don't really see how he's winning this now. I guess the only thing's just going to be getting my king active. I mean, because this pawn will be... I mean, I guess it's kind of hard to track down, but till he moves it. But I mean, hey. Now, I think... Oh, he's going to make this really challenging for me. I actually think almost my bishop's super happy to be there. So I could almost kind of force that, but I won't just yet. Then I reckon king here. Yeah. Yeah, next up is knight here. Yeah, I don't know if he wants to go and aid that pawn, but I'm happy to sack a bishop for it. Because of where this bishop is situated, it's actually going to be really difficult. He's actually going to have to take the long road around to, you know, aid this pawn's promotion. Ah, if I had another turn, I should have went there. Yeah. All right, that was pretty sketchy of a game. Not the worst though, not the worst game I've ever played. Yeah. Alright.